What's popping my pimples? Welcome back to Wallace Prophet. Is it really child exploitation if I'm exploiting my younger self? I want to present to you the terrible works of young Wallace Prower. See, as a kid, the first online community I really got involved with was the Sonic Sprites scene. Basically, it was a scene where you would edit the in-game models from the Game Boy Advance Sonic games into your own characters. Then, you would make things such as sprite animations, comics, and movies that featured your character among Sonic and friends. I thought I would guide you through the many designs and interpretations of my own Sonic fan character, so you can all laugh at my 10-year-old self. I actually have so much material that I can make content on around my old Sonic fan works, so if that interests you at all, let me know in the comments below and subscribe to the channel. So in 2013, as if I was setting myself up for success, I created a timeline of my Sonic OC and organized the different designs by generations, with captions and all. I introduced to you Evan, aka Dagger. I'm not adding the hedgehog at the end of that because he changed species like every week. So let's break this down, shall we? Generation 1, the noob days. This generation can suck a dick on how bad it was. Brother, I do not remember typing this. I truly was my own biggest hater. All stolen shit except the one in the middle, I think. No, that one was definitely stolen as well. He's not wrong. I know the one on the very left was made in like 2009. The body was stolen from another creator's character. His name was Bunsy07. With the sprites on the right being recolors of Hypersonic with stolen assets from another fan character. Shout out Knight the Hedgehog. I was just a little thief back in the day, truly. Now, the thing with Sonic sprites is that you wouldn't just have a single sprite and that was that. No, you would build out an entire sprite sheet with different animations so your character would feel a lot more alive. It's thanks to younger Wallace's sprite sheets that we actually learn a lot more about the character, as I would add a bio into the sprite sheet for people to read. Starting out with my earliest sprite sheet, because everything else prior was just a single pose, we have this piece of information. Evan is a helpful guy. He is kind, caring, and smart. His friends are David, Elijah, Hannah, and Ray the Flying Squirrel. Evan is in love with Hannah. To be fair, I was like 9 when I was writing these. Okay, what were you expecting, like Shakespeare? Shout out 9-year-old Wallace for giving his character a girlfriend. He was a yearner, bro. Just looking at this sprite sheet, I love how in like half of them, he's just naked. I don't know what it is with these green lines, but I know I wasn't the only person doing this with their fan character at the time. Also, I gotta point out the unnecessary normal pose section here. I think I just wanted to see how my character would look on anything that wasn't a blank background. Now, this doesn't give us much about who Evan the Hedgehog is as a character, other than he's kind, caring, and smart. Might need to fact check that last one with all the spelling mistakes on display here, but thankfully, this next sprite sheet gives us a much better look into who this character really is. When Evan was born, things went wrong. Uh-oh. First, his brother ran away and turned to the dark side. Then he got attacked by his brother. Damn, Evan's evil brother really jumped his ass after he came straight out the womb. That's some real hater behavior right there. Now, would you like to guess what this evil brother's name was? Yup, you guessed it, Zero. When Evan turned 5, he got taught how to use lightning attacks. Then he made a friend that same day. His name was Elijah the Hedgehog. His parents left him with his sister. His sister was a fox with chaos control. They were starving, so Evan gave them some food. They became friends. I love how half this bio isn't even about like Evan himself. It's just about some dude named Elijah and his sister, or Evan's evil brother Zero. Like, tell us more about who Evan is, bro. Then, when Evan was 7, bro, this all happened when he was in the 1st grade? What? Then, when Evan was 7, he had a crush on a girl called Hannah. She was the brother of Shadow. Huh? I know I was trying to say that she was like the sister of Shadow, but you know what? Trans icon. Happy Pride Month, everyone. Then, they became boyfriend and girlfriend. On the last day of the year, Evan found a little baby. It was blue and was cute. They raised him and called him Manny. You don't even need to comment it. He was named directly after Manny from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. It's crazy that we already got this nuclear family type of dynamic for a kid who's not even halfway through elementary school at this point. Bro is the definition of an early adopter. Evan was now 10, and he found a kid with fire on his head laying on the ground. Soon as Evan touched him, he got blue strips on his head. The kid was a fire hedgehog, which was a rare hedgehog. His name was Riley. Then, when Evan turned 13, he became friends with David, a normal hedgehog. They all became friends, and that's all. That's how I end it? I guess I was getting tired, you know, I had to go get a snack. At least we got some lore around, like, the stripes on his head. Bro befriended the rare fire hedgehog and the normal one. A funny way to put it. There's a lot more lore scattered throughout the different sprite sheets of this time. My favorite being of my character getting cancer and then having both of his arms chopped off. Like, it's okay though, he got metal ones instead. But I want to move forward with this. We still got quite a few bases to cover. Generation 2 was around 2010 to 2011 and is kind of the same story as Generation 1. I was just getting a better understanding of how to make a sprite look okay. Like, that shading could use some work, but it was my shading. Also, at some point, Evan just became red. I guess I was worried my character would look too much like Sonic, so I had to make him more distinguishable. So I made him red. Red is like my least favorite color, so this is just really funny in hindsight. Generation 3 was 2011 to 2012 and has the widest range of characters and probably the peak of my sprite activities too. I was being heavily carried by my friends who would just give me these redesigns for free, hence why I still probably rock with most of them. I also find it funny that you can tell by the sprites with both the scythe and the full black outfit that I had just gotten into the anime Soul Eater and really liked both Maka and Blackstar. Regardless though, my friends' efforts to help me wouldn't matter since I would just change my character's design every month. So by the time they did a couple sprites for my sprite sheet, I would have already moved on to the next design. It was also around this point that I would change Evan's name to Dagger because, let's admit it, having some random ass name is far less interesting than naming your character after a type of blade. As time went on, I kind of lost the plot of like how to design a character and never fully recovered. And I think past Wallace would agree. Generation 4's caption is literally, this stage I didn't like. It was more of this huge ass tail stage. I was trying to be original, but couldn't get the ideas to come out right. And like, dude, I agree. This last one on the right where the dude is wearing like a wife beater, got the split dyed pants and 2 guns. This is not me at all. Generation 5 isn't much better. My friend Nero was trying to turn me into this evil, edgy character, and unfortunately, some of that did carry over. By Generation 6, we get some of the last sprites I ever made of this character. You can tell by the before I left design, I had just started getting into Jet Set Radio, and the return design was also Soul Eater inspired by the frog witch girl. At this point though, I'd been making Sonic sprites for roughly 4 years and I was ready to move on from it. Not to mention, Sonic was just entering his flop era, so great timing on my end, you know, cutting it off at 2013. This was a massively influential time in my life, and it's just funny how many of these people from this era of Sonic as a whole I've since reconnected with. I was in the Sonic sprites community from ages like 9 to 13, and I just look back at this era very fondly. It's a shame that this scene is so niche nowadays, but I hope even one of you after this video takes an interest in it. I'm curious though, what was your favorite design for Dagger? And would you like more videos of me showing off my Sonic fandom from back in the day? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks to my patrons who make videos like this possible, and you for watching. Okay, bye!